The first generation Hyundai Kona was one of my favorite subcompact crossovers, but there was one big thing holding it back from greatness. And that was basically that it wasn't big enough. It was very cramped and tiny inside, but it got a whole new second generation model for 2023. And the result? You're looking at it right now. And it basically fixed everything that was wrong with the first one, meaning that this one is back to being on top.
For more expert car reviews, don't forget to share our channel and subscribe so you can catch some of this and maybe even a little of that.
So the Hyundai Kona is available with two different engines. The base engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder, but all N-line models come with an upgraded 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. And that one makes 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. So that's a pretty decent upgrade over the base engine's 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. So for me, the N-line is the one to pick because that base engine is pretty slow and very noisy. But with the N-line, you have more than enough passing power, plenty of power to get up to speed with no drama at all. So this is the one I want. Besides that, the N-line models come with a lot of other really great upgrades too. So this one comes with a more traditional 8-speed automatic transmission. It's a more traditional transmission than the one that comes with the base engine, which is a CVT or a continuously variable transmission. The all-wheel drive also comes standard with N-line models, but the base ones come standard with front-wheel drive. So the all-wheel drive models also get an upgraded suspension. So all of those put together, it makes the N-line a lot more fun to drive and a lot more confident. And N is Hyundai's performance division. So you cannot get the full-blown Hyundai Kona N anymore, but this N line adds a little bit of extra flavor, a little bit of extra seasoning to make it a little bit more responsive to drive. So for me, this is my preferred Kona out of the whole lineup. Now, this one's officially rated to get about 9 liters per 100 kilometers combined, which I think is very realistic, very achievable. I was able to get that pretty easily, even though I'm riding on winter tires. But I do wish it was a little bit more efficient. So the Kona is not available at all as a hybrid, and some of its competitors are. And if this Kona was more efficient, I really feel like it would be the whole package because in general, it's great. There's no red flags with how it drives. It feels very nimble. Its small size makes it easy to park and maneuver. The steering is great. The braking is great. Visibility is great. In general, I really like what's going on here. So my parking neighbor in the parking garage in my condo drives a first generation Hyundai Kona. And so parking this new second generation one next to hers, I knew it was bigger, but seeing them side by side, you can really tell how much bigger this one is. It is noticeably taller and wider. And what that means is that it's just more comfortable than it used to be. There's more room in the front and the back for all passengers, and there's more cargo room too. And that was really my biggest beef with the old Kona, was that it was just too cramped inside. And now that it's more roomy, it's just that much easier for me to recommend, especially because Hyundai put so much effort into making sure this interior is really practical. So there are lots of cubbies for small item storage. I love this cubby here in front of the passenger. I really like this big one here with the retractable cup holders, and that also doesn't come with the base model. And it has really big door pockets that fit my water bottle. So they put a lot of thought into making sure it's family friendly and practical, and also really good looking too, which was a surprise. And that's one thing I think this Kona does better than maybe any of its competitors, is they actually put some effort into here, into making sure it doesn't feel and look cheap. This one little strip of red trim here and the red stitching and the red accents on the seats do so much. Even though it is such a small detail, it does so much into making this cabin feel a lot more lively and fun and way less boring. You know, I was driving a Toyota Corolla Cross a couple weeks ago and it was a great vehicle, but that interior was so boring and so cheap looking. And so I wish a lot of the competitors would put more effort into making it more fun like Hyundai did, because it really does make a big difference. And even more than the aesthetic parts, I think Hyundai did a great job making everything very user friendly. There are a lot of physical buttons and knobs, which is great. The touchscreen is clear and responsive. And I think anyone can get in here and very easily figure out what's going on because all the buttons are very clearly labeled. Nothing is a mystery in here. It's very straightforward, and I'm a big fan. This Kona N-Line is also packed full of really great features, and a lot of these features don't come in its competitors either. So some of the highlights are wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. There's a wireless charger, heated steering wheel, heated front seats, ventilated front seats. There's just so many things in here, and a lot of safety features too. And this one in particular I'm driving adds on the Ultimate package, which I think is about 3,000 bucks. And it adds a whole bunch of very useful safety features, one of my favorites being the blind spot camera that activates whenever you use the turn signal. And I think that's just a genius feature, and that is something unique to the Kona. None of its other competitors offer that, so way to go. So the base price for this 2026 Hyundai Kona N-Line is about 36,700 bucks, and that is before destination or taxes. All in with the Ultimate package, the sticker price for this one ends up being closer to like 42,000 bucks, which seems like a lot for a vehicle in this class. And my issue with that pricing is that it kind of pushes that price into bigger SUV territory. But the plus side is I do think that it's worth it because of all the features that it offers, because it's so well-rounded. It drives good, has all the features, it has that upgraded turbo engine, and I think it actually looks pretty stylish as well. So the fact that it offers a lot of features that its competitors don't, and that it's so well put together and very cohesive, I think it's actually a pretty good value, especially because the interior feels so much more high-end than almost anything else in this class. To recap, I love the Hyundai Kona N-Line's well-roundedness, peppy powertrain, and huge list of features. I don't love that there's no hybrid available or that it creeps into the price territory for larger crossovers. The Hyundai Kona N-Line is a very well-rounded subcompact crossover with really no red flags. I really appreciated how easy it was to live with, that its interior feels a lot more upscale than some of its competitors, and just how cohesively everything comes together. I really think that this is one of the best subcompact crossovers you can buy because it really raises the bar.